Hello everyone, welcome. Today we are talking a journey to something you probably use every day, the QR code. But in a way you may have never thought about. From the humble black and white beginnings to being transformed by AI into digital world of art, QR code have evolved in some pretty surprising way. Let's dive into the tech, the creativity, and the future of this square-shaped symbol. Today's topic will talk about the origins of QR code, customization being enter AI, the life of QR code art, and the future of QR code. Okay, let's start with the origin. So let's rewind to 1994. QR code were created by a Japanese company called Denso Web. The goal to track car parts more efficiently during manufacturing. Unlike traditional barcodes that hold data in just one direction, QR codes are two-dimensional, meaning they can store more information in less space. The real magic to come from something called Reed-Solomon error correction. This feature allows QR code to be scanned even when partially damaged by filling in the missing data. Reed-Solomon or RF is a type of error correction code. It adds extra data called redundancy to the original message, allow the original message to be recovered even if some parts are missing or corrupted. The basic idea in QR code: original data encoding. The actual data such as text, URL, etc. is first encoded into binary. Error correction data added. Reed-Solomon encoding generates extra codework in byte format for the original data, stored together. The original data and the error correction data are both stored in the QR code. Let's see live. When scanning, even if part of the QR code are unreadable, the error correction data can be used to reconstruct the missing part. Error correction level in QR code. QR code offers 4 levels of error correction using RS code as you see in the table. So for example, at level H, the QR code can recover up to 30% of the code word, even if they're missing or unreadable. QR code also use a specific layout for message placement with those big square eye in 3 corners that help scanner quick lock onto the code. Over time, businesses and artists start asking, can we make this code more beautiful? The answer was yes, thanks to the error correction that I mentioned before. There are 4 levels: L, M, Q, and H, with the level H offering the highest level of correction, allowing you to cover or modify up to 30% of the QR code without breaking it. That means artists could add color, logos, or even illustration into the code. Turn the blue square into something that actually look cool and still work. As you see in the example of designing QR code. Now here's where it gets really interesting. AI has entered the game. So if you guys remember the mid journey or DALL-E that entering the game in 2 or 3 years ago, using deep learning, AI can now help generate QR codes that are not only readable but also aesthetically stunning. It does this by optimizing the placement of QR code model, those little black and white square, while blending in shape, color, and even texture. The basic algorithm behind AI-generated QR code art usually go like this. Data encoding. At first, the AI system starts like any other QR code. It encodes a string, maybe a URL, wallet address, some embedded text into the binary data. That then map into a QR matrix, which is a grid of a black and white model based on the QR code standard. Each dot or square in the QR code matrix represents a bit, black for 1 and white for 0. This includes the data itself plus metadata like version, format info, and error correction code. Step 2. Error correction handling. Then comes Lee-Solomon error correction, which is a key to make all of this asset manipulation position. Error correction adds redundancy into the QR code, so even if up to 30% of the virtual data is modified, abstraction, or aesthetically masked, the scanner can still reconstruct the original data. Step 3. AI power layout optimization. Now we bring in the deep learning magic. AI usually through CNN or convolutional neural network analyze the QR code layout and start planning out which area can be synthesized. Some models are trained on 1,000 of QR code scans, including distorted or stylized version, to learn pattern of readability. So instead of purely guessing, the AI predict whether design will still scan and iteratively improve it. This is often paired with GAN or Generative Adversarial Network or diffusion model. One part generates the image only, like a flower design or pattern, while another part ensures that essential QR elements like alignment marker and timing pattern remain intact. Step 4. Model customization. With the layout optimized, the AI now customizes the model. That means changing the shape, example the rounded instead of square, color, or even embedding texture and logo. To do this while pressing function, the AI categorizes model into 3 zones. The first zone is a critical zone, write the final pattern, the 3 big square and alignment pattern. This stay unchanged. So in the picture, As you see, the critical zone is version information, format information, and position, alignment, and trimming. Next is a flexible zone, where virtual chains are allowed due to error correction fact. For the example is data and error correction key. The amount of space in the QR code. The last one is a natural zone, area with padding or reserved spacing that can be used freely for design. It's called quiet zone in the example. This is you can add anything, any art. Next one is the last step 5, validation and feedback loop. This is where AI takes a smart leap. After generating the synchronized QR code, the system performs a readability test simulating real-world scanning conditions like different lighting, camera angle, or resolution. If the QR fails to scan readability, the AI tweaks the design, rebalance contrast, or pull back some of the artistic feature, then retest it. This loop continues until the code is both beautiful and 100% scannable. Model AI tool can even perform dynamic adjustments, meaning if the code is hard to read in one form, the AI will tweak the design to improve scannability or while keeping the virtual intact. Part 4, the life of QR code art. Now that AI can design QR codes that are not only functional but visually stunning, we starting to see a creative explosion in how they use. This movement is often called QR code art, and it's showing up in some really unexpected. This is my example. Marketing and branding. Let's start with advertising. Major brands are even embedding stylized QR code directly into the product packaging, store display, or social media content, turning engagement into a form of digital storytelling. Art and creativity. But QR code art isn't just a marketing gimmick. It's also become a medium of digital artists. Some creators are making fully illustrated QR code, thinking traditional Japanese art, cyberpunk theme, or abstract painting, and using AI to maintain scalability while expressing their style. One popular technique uses control net with stable diffusion, where an artist sketch or paint a base image and the AI subtract embed into QR metric into the virtual structure. The result? A code that works and wow! Artists are even tuning QR code into interactive sculpture or projection, where the artwork reveals itself only when you scan it. It's part puzzle, part art piece, and totally next generation. So, what we seeing is a shift. QR codes are not longer just gateway to content. They are the content. They being treated as a canvas, identity, and interaction point, all at once, made possible by the power of AI. Part 5. The future of QR code. AR integration. Imagine scanning a QR code and seeing a 3D model pop up in front of you, not just on your phone but overlay on a real world. That's the power of AR embedded QR code, and it already being tested in industrial, right, retail, tourism, and education. In Thailand, this could revolutionize how people experience cultural landmarks. Picture visiting Wat Arun and scanning an AI art QR code that being as a virtual tour guide in multiple languages, also how the temple looked centuries ago. So next time you see a QR code, take a closer look. Is it just a black and white, or is it hiding something more? The evolution of QR code is more than tech update. It's a symbol of how we merging utility with creativity, function with form, and code with culture. Thank you for watching.